Hello, my name's Steve Mills, and for 26 years now, I've been helping small businesses to become more effective. I've worked with literally thousands of businesses all over the world in hundreds of industries, helping them to find the unforeseen profit that's in their business. I got a question asked me, I get asked me a lot actually, but it was asked me the other day, and that was, what is the biggest mistake that people make in business? Now, you could put that down to lots of things. There's lots of mistakes that people make that prevent them from the level of success that they could achieve in business. However, this is my take on it, and you could easily think, because I'm a marketer, because I help people with selling, you go, oh yeah, Steve would say that. But I'm not just saying it, I'm saying it because I really, really, truly believe in it. I'm going to give you some evidence behind it. And that mistake is not becoming good, not only good, but actually excellent at sales and marketing. That's the biggest mistake that people make. Let me give you the reason behind that. Most people, when they go into business, they go into business for several reasons, but often it's around they've got a skill or an ability. Sometimes they've got something that they love. I'm really into scuba diving, so I set up my own scuba diving school. I really enjoy repairing cars. I've done it for 20 years for somebody else, so I decide to set up my own garage, and so on and so forth. So they're either good at the skill or love doing the skill. Sometimes it's a hobby that they turn into a business, and sometimes it's just simply that they've been made redundant, they can't get a job, so they think, what am I going to do? I'm going to set up my own business. What can I do? And they come up with something. So yeah, I appreciate there are many reasons behind it. But the problem with all of that is that it's not the skill that really makes the massive difference, because it's like that film, Make It and They Will Come. If you build it, they will come. That doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's as simple as that. You could be the best garage mechanic in the world, and if nobody knows about you, you're not going to be successful. You could be the best scuba diving teacher in the world, and if nobody knows about your scuba diving school, you're not going to be successful. So, whatever level of success, if I asked you right now, I don't know, on a scale of 1 being like fairly unsuccessful, 5 being, well, average, I'm doing okay, I'm fine, I'm paying the bills and just about making enough to, go on holiday once a year and, and maybe employ a few people and so on. That being a 5, and then 10 being, truly exactly what you wanted to achieve. You set off in business and you wanted to, create a lifestyle, buy a house, have the cars, have the holidays, travel the world, and it's like utopia, whatever that is for you. And that, it doesn't have to be all that. It might be just to earn a good amount of money, so I've got more money than I ever need, as in I can pay the bills and perhaps save a little bit every year. Or it could be, you want world domination and you want to build the biggest company in your industry in the world. I don't know. But whatever it is, where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Now, for most businesses that I speak to, and I speak to lots of businesses in lots of industries, they're on the cusp. They say, well, yeah, it's going all right. We're doing okay. Some of them say, well, yeah, we're going really well. It's business is good. And for others, I think times are a little bit tough. But it's very rarely that people are like absolutely terrible, not got any business at all in the pipeline, to being ultra successful at the other end. Now, if you want to get to wherever you want to go, then how are you going to do that? If you're like a 5 or a 4 or a 7, or perhaps you're a 3, not doing too well, wherever you are on that sort of scale, how are you going to get to the level you want? What are you going to do? Well, you got to sell more. You You might listen to accountants telling you, well, you've got to be better at managing the money and financially aware and reducing costs. That's true. You have. But it ain't going to get you to the level that you want. There are only two ways, really, of getting more profit into your business, which is ultimately what you want. One is to reduce costs. And you could do that. You could save 5%, 10%, 20%, maybe even 30% of what you're spending right now. You could do something. If I turned the lights out in this building, I could save money. So we can save a little bit here and there. What we can do on the flip side is increase sales. So we've got to become better if we're really going to get to where we want to go, to this, 10 out of 10 utopia type thing, or even get anywhere near that. You've got to be better at selling. And to do that, you've got to be better at marketing. It's not just about selling. I call selling lead conversion, and I call marketing lead creation. That's ultimately what it is. It's brand awareness and, having a nice, pretty website and all that sort of bullshit, quite frankly. But ultimately, it's about how can you get more leads? That's what I've spent 26 years helping businesses to do. I've studied the leading experts in the world in this, and I now bring that knowledge, that expertise to my small business clients. We then, we've got a load more leads, but we've got to be better at converting, because the last thing you need is 1,000 leads coming into your business when you're rubbish at converting them. That's just going to give you a whole load of work. So if you're converting like 2 out of 10, if you could double that to 4 out of 10, and that's a 20% improvement, by the way, that would double the size of your business by improving something by 20%, from 20% to 40%. That's a 20% improvement. That would double your business. Just let that sink in for a few minutes. So we want to help you, or I'd like to help you, get more leads into your business and then become more effective at converting those leads into sales, and then become more effective at keeping that customer. It's all very well getting a one-shot sale, but what about the repeat business, getting people to buy on a consistent basis? I always remember listening to Jay Abraham, who is one of the world's leading marketers, by the way. And he said there are 3 ways of growing a business. One is to get more customers. 2 is to increase the average transaction value, so the average amount of money each person spends each time they buy from you. And 3 is to increase the frequency of repurchase. So to give it like a supermarket metaphor, you need to get more people in the door of your supermarket. You need to get them to spend more, fill their baskets more when they're in there, and fill them with more expensive products and or services. And then you need to get them to come back and buy from you again and again and again, and not from other supermarkets. And that's what you need to do in your business, and that's what I can help you to do. So what I'd like you to do is to set up a free meeting with me. This is not an opportunity for me to pitch you and to push you and to hard sell you into anything. It's an opportunity for me to demonstrate my expertise, and then an opportunity at the end of that for you to say, do you know what, Steve? I'd really like some more help. Or to say, do you know what, Steve? I'm not quite sure, I want to work with you right now, but thank you ever so much for your time, maybe at least. Or you can even say, do you know what, Steve, that was a total waste of time and I'm not interested. Hopefully you won't say that, but if you do, that's fine. So what do? You go to my website, which is steve-mills, that's MILLS, steve-mills.com. You'll see partway down the homepage a big golden button, and it says something like book a meeting. So click on that. You'll then see another button that will give you access to my online diary. and so you can see when I'm available. So you can schedule a time that's perfect for you. We can do this over Zoom. We could potentially do it in our office, but Zoom's really easy. I love Zoom. I've been using Zoom for about, 3 or 4 years now. I know everybody else is into it now, but I've been using it for some time. If you want to come into the office, I'm sure we can sort that out. That's it. That's what I want you to do. I really hope you do, and I look forward to meeting you soon. Thank you very much for listening.